Jalen Ramsey, Steelers star defender, actually pointed at QB Shedeur Sanders, who was on the sideline for the Browns after sacking Dillon Gabriel. This is crazy.
Deep drop for Gabriel. Out of the pocket, on the move, caught from behind. Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey just turned an NFL game into pure TV drama. One moment, he's shutting down receivers like it's easy money, and the next, he's straight up roasting Dillon Gabriel mid-game like it's open mic night gone wild. And in between all that chaos, he's on the sidelines hyping up Shedeur Sanders like he's his campaign manager, trying to get him elected MVP. You talk about building confidence in your teammates. Man, how do you think that made Shedeur feel? The cameras didn't miss a second of it, and now the whole internet's blowing up trying to figure out what Gabriel did to make Ramsey snap like that. This wasn't just football anymore. It was a full-on live drama. Cleats, helmets, and all. Before the game even started, Ramsey wasn't just getting loose before kickoff, he was out there preaching. The guy was pacing back and forth like a fired-up pastor, rallying the crowd, yelling Shedeur's name like he was on the campaign trail. Every move, every shout, it felt like he was turning warm-ups into a Hollywood audition for most electrifying player in the league. Then, out of nowhere, Ramsey drops the bomb with his post-game line, "Crazy, huh? That's crazy." So yeah, it was my first time in my whole career. It's Shedeur's time now, no question about it. The confidence was untouchable. The message? Crystal clear. None of this was random. Jalen Ramsey was out there making a statement loud and proud. That signature blend of swagger and zero chill had the whole stadium shaking, and when the game kicked off, it was like he was reading straight from a movie script written just for him. As soon as the play started, Dillon Gabriel rolled out of the pocket, looking calm and in control, until bam, Ramsey came flying in like a heat-seeking missile. He folded Gabriel clean, then stood over him like a man who just delivered pure football justice. It wasn't dirty, it was art. One sack, then another. And after that second takedown, Ramsey stood tall with his arms stretched across the field, basically saying, "That's who should be out here." The crowd absolutely erupted. Cameras zoomed in, and you could feel the shift ripple across the entire league. In that instant, Shedeur Sanders' stock shot through the roof, and he didn't even have to step on the field to do it. Ramsey didn't just sack Dillon Gabriel, he turned him into a walking billboard for Team Shedeur. The shade was dripping so heavy you could feel it from the stands. Even the announcers couldn't help reacting. They knew something wild was happening right before their eyes. You could see it written all over Ramsey's face. This wasn't just defense, this was a full-on campaign. He turned that entire field into his stage and the game into a live audition for Shedeur Sanders' spotlight. And man, poor Dillon Gabriel, he became the unpaid extra in Ramsey's highlight reel. Every snap looked personal. Every hit had a purpose. Ramsey wasn't just tackling bodies, he was making a point the whole league had been too scared to say out loud, that everyone's been sleeping on Shedeur, and he was done letting that slide.
I'm just saying, I think he is what he is. He's too small. His deep balls sail, and he does not look. I thought he was athletic. He looks slow. He does not look athletic. There's nothing extra. There's no juice. This will be the offense with Dillon Gabriel. This is what it's gonna be. We have to be at least threat in the defense deep.
This is who Kevin wanted, though. That's the thing. Like, this is Kevin's guy.
By the time the final whistle blew, Ramsey looked like a man who had cracked the NFL code itself. He was glowing, grinning, cracking jokes that cut like glass, and throwing shade so smooth it almost flew under the radar. But everyone in that stadium caught the message. Gabriel didn't measure up, and Ramsey made sure the whole world saw it loud and clear. This wasn't just a strong game, it was validation, pure and simple. In a league where most players run from drama like it's a blitz, Ramsey charged straight into it. Helmet on, grin wide, ready for smoke. He's not just a player, he's a whole conversation. The quiet kid with the legendary last name who turned all that family pressure into straight-up grind. He's the story fans love, the underdog who took the spotlight and flipped it into pure motivation. The NFL's known for hyping players up and then tossing them aside when the noise fades. But Shedeur, he's built different. Everyone who's met him, teammates, rivals, even vets, walks away saying the same thing. This kid isn't just ready, he's inevitable. He's legit, no debate needed. And it's not just Jalen Ramsey who sees it. Jalen Hurts himself, the definition of discipline and composure, took a break from his MVP run to publicly back Shedeur Sanders. That's not normal NFL behavior. That's rare respect. Hurts doesn't hand out props like candy. He's not about PR talk or chasing headlines. When he speaks, it's because he means it. So for him to go out of his way and uplift a young quarterback from another team, that says everything. It's not hype anymore, it's recognition. Shedeur isn't living off fan love or social media clout. He's earning real credibility from the guys who matter most, the ones out there grinding every Sunday. And here's the part that hits deep. From behind Jalen Ramsey's fire, Shedeur's managing to win the only stat that really counts in this league: respect. Hurts' support sealed the deal. It was like watching a silent passing of the torch. And that's exactly why Ramsey's mid-game madness hit so hard. It wasn't some random burst of hype or petty beef, it was the exclamation mark on what the whole league's been whispering for weeks. Shedeur Sanders is long overdue for his shot, and Ramsey just said out loud what everyone else has been too careful to admit. Yeah, Dillon Gabriel's good, solid even, but Shedeur, he's something different, something special. Let's be real, the NFL eats up drama like it's dessert, but this right here, this was straight up cinema.
He had doubles. He gave a slight bump to the receivers to give his linebackers enough time, had enough time to rush in off the edge to get his second sack at almost 17 miles an hour. But his approach to the game of football since he's been a Pittsburgh Steeler has been unmatched. I mean, you got people like Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers who have raved about him as a teammate thus far. What do you guys think about Jalen Ramsey as a Pittsburgh Steeler, and how has this been different from his time in Jacksonville and his time with the Los Angeles Rams? Because that is where he got his first ring. But I don't know, this seems a lot different.
You could practically hear the TV producers screaming in the control room, trying to catch every second of it. Ramsey sacking Gabriel not once, but twice, then pointing straight at Shedeur like he was teasing a trailer for a brand new season. Pure gold. The crowd went wild, Twitter exploded, and within minutes, the moment was everywhere. Memes, slow-mo replays, remix edits. It blew up across every feed like wildfire. But beneath all the noise and viral chaos, one truth stood louder than any headline. Shedeur Sanders isn't just part of the story anymore. That's prophecy. What makes it even crazier is how calm, how completely unbothered Shedeur's been through all of it. While the internet's losing its mind, breaking down every frame of Ramsey's gesture like it's the Zapruder film, Shedeur's just out there doing what he does best: grind. No cryptic tweets, no clout-chasing interviews, no ego trips, just pure focus. And that silence, it's screaming louder than any headline ever could. That's the difference between a one-season wonder and a future legend. While everyone else is chasing attention, Shedeur is quietly building his name brick by brick. No noise, just work. That's how you earn respect in a league where hype fades fast. And that's why watching him move hits different. While the Browns front office sits around arguing over spreadsheets and scouting reports, Shedeur is already a step ahead, locked in, studying plays for games he hasn't even been told he'll start. That's not luck, that's hunger. That's the type of mindset that can flip an entire franchise on its head. And the irony? It's delicious. No controversy needed, just respect. Pure, earned, undeniable respect. Ramsey's fire, Hurts' mentorship, even Jerry Jeudy's frustration. They've all turned into parts of this wild, unexpected chorus, all chanting the same thing: give the kid the ball. It's like football fate is moving faster than management can keep up, and the only people trying to slow it down, Cleveland's front office. And that's what makes this whole situation insane. Why are the Browns hesitating? This is the team with a PhD in quarterback chaos. It's literally in their DNA. But now, for once, everyone agrees they've got the guy, the player who could finally unite the locker room, fire up the fan base, and maybe even rewrite the team's cursed history, and somehow they're still dragging their feet. You'd think after years of heartbreak, blown leads, and false hope, they'd finally realize hesitation is their most dangerous play. The fans are losing patience, the players are throwing side eyes at the coaching staff, and the whole stadium feels like a ticking bomb waiting for one thing: Shedeur Sanders' time to begin. For the first time in forever, the locker room's on the same page.
Did y'all hear about the Pittsburgh player who Jalen Ramsey in the game? Something happened, and I don't know if he caught a pick, a sack, or something, because I don't know what he do. He went to the sideline and pointed to Shedeur. You need to be out here, like you out here. I was like, whoa. Shout out to Jalen Ramsey. So he was trying to tell you that Shedeur need to be the one in the game. Don't forget, the question is, should Shedeur Sanders start versus Miami? That's the that I have that I want y'all to.
Even opponents are starting to join in on the chant. It's like the entire league is standing outside Cleveland's facility yelling, "How many signs do you need?" Everywhere you look, players, commentators, even rival fans, they're all echoing one message loud enough to shake the walls. Give Shedeur his shot. Meanwhile, poor Dillon Gabriel stuck in the worst position possible, not because he's bad, but because he's misplaced. He's a good player in the wrong story, and everyone knows it. He's out there just trying to stay afloat in the middle of the Ramsey storm, doing everything he can to keep it together. But every single snap only reminds the world of who's waiting on that sideline. And the truth is, this isn't even about Dillon Gabriel anymore. It's about the system. Ramsey didn't just sack a quarterback that night. He sacked the entire philosophy behind Cleveland's decision-making. Every hit, every celebration, every cold stare, it was a message written in real time. A message about wasted talent, wasted time, and the danger of sleeping on greatness when it's standing right in front of you. That's what made the whole thing sting so deep. It wasn't personal, it was symbolic. And here's the twist. Gabriel's not the villain here. He's just collateral damage in Shedeur's inevitable rise. This is Kevin's guy, sure, but Ramsey made it clear. The era's shifting, whether management likes it or not, because Ramsey isn't just a lockdown corner. He's a master of moments. In today's NFL, it's not just about stats, it's about symbols. One gesture, one viral clip, one camera zoom, and boom, the story changes overnight. And that's exactly what happened. By the next morning, every sports network in America was looping that clip like it was breaking news from a spy movie. Analysts were arguing nonstop. Did Ramsey cross the line, or was he just being his unapologetic self? There was one undeniable truth. The league's eyes had officially locked on Shedeur Sanders. Suddenly, the story wasn't about the sack anymore. It was about the spark. Veteran defenders were backing a quarterback from another team, and offensive stars were publicly co-signing his name. It felt surreal. You almost never see that kind of unity in the NFL. It was like watching the Avengers assemble, but instead of saving the world, they were coming together to deliver one message loud and clear. He's next, Hurts mentoring, Garrett praising, Ramsey making headlines. They're all orbiting around one name, Shedeur Sanders. It's almost eerie how aligned it's become. Normally, NFL players stay in their own lanes, but this time, it feels collective, like the league's biggest personalities are all humming the same tune in perfect sync, and that's what makes Shedeur's story so powerful. He's turned admiration into expectation without even saying a word. Everyone can see the potential, but it's his calm, locked-in professionalism that keeps the hype train rolling nonstop. There's something magnetic about a young player who refuses to play the drama game in a sport that practically thrives on it. Shedeur's biggest scandal, showing up to practice early. That's not just discipline, that's branding. The kind of branding you can't fake because it's built on real authenticity. No cryptic social media posts, no wild interviews, no attention-seeking antics, just quiet work, laser focus, and results that speak for themselves. Now Cleveland's standing at a crossroads, and this one's more mental than tactical. It's not about who's better on paper, it's about who they actually believe in. Do they keep running the same safe, predictable system that's kept them stuck in mediocrity? Or do they finally hand the keys to the kid who's already earned the locker room without even starting a single game? Ramsey's mid-game outburst might have looked like pure showboating, but deep down it forced the Browns to face a truth they've been dodging for weeks. This team is already behind Shedeur Sanders. The fans have decided, the players have spoken, and even rival defenders are out here campaigning for his rise like it's a political movement. When your opponents start rooting for your backup, that's not strategy, that's destiny knocking on your door. And at this point, it's not a question of if, it's when. You can feel it building, like the whole league is holding its breath, waiting for that one announcement that's going to shake everything up. And when it happens, it's going to be cinematic. Ramsey's going to drop some smug victory clip like, "Told y'all." Hurts will nod like a proud big brother. Garrett will be in front of the cameras reminding everyone that hard work always wins.
Conduct an offense, and we just little bit. And we have to hope that Quinshon Judkins is able to carry us into the end zone, and we don't have a holding call on it. Because we got two guys there who are again replacing another guy who had replaced another guy who just didn't want to play the game.
And Jerry Jeudy, he'll finally stop side-eyeing the coaches during team meetings because the shift will be complete. Until that day comes, every single Brown snap is going to feel like a countdown. Every incomplete pass, every stalled drive, every awkward post-game presser, it's all going to echo that invisible gesture Ramsey threw up before kickoff. The one that screamed loud and clear, "Time's ticking." And it really is. Ticking for Gabriel, ticking for the coaches, ticking for the entire organization. Because once a locker room's loyalty starts shifting toward the backup, that's game over. Players don't risk their image or reputation for someone who hasn't earned it. And Shedeur has earned every ounce of that respect. Every early morning workout, every late night film session, every quiet grind before sunrise, it's all led to this exact moment. The moment when the league's finally waking up to what his teammates have known all along. What people are calling the Ramsey incident might go down as one of those bizarre NFL turning points that feels chaotic in real time but ends up looking like prophecy in hindsight. A defender mocking an opposing quarterback while hyping up another team's quarterback. On paper, that sounds wild, reckless even. But in context, it was symbolic. Ramsey wasn't acting crazy. He was delivering a message the football world needed to hear. He saw what Cleveland's front office has been too scared to admit. Their future isn't out on the field right now. It's sitting on the bench, waiting for the call that'll change everything. And that's what makes this whole saga beautiful. It's not about controversy anymore, it's about recognition. The shift has already begun. It's no longer just hype, it's reality knocking on the door. Shedeur doesn't have to campaign for his moment. His reputation is doing all the talking for him. His peers have become his PR team, and his talent, that's the mic drop. When he finally steps into that spotlight, every ounce of buildup will explode into pure validation. There's something almost poetic about it, how his rise mirrors the league's obsession with storylines, except this one isn't scripted, it's real. No forced narratives, no media spin, no marketing tricks, just authenticity backed by next-level production on the field. It's the kind of story only sports can tell, raw, emotional, and unstoppable. Now every eye in the league is locked on Cleveland, not because of Gabriel's passing stats or Stefanski's endless playbook tweaks, but because everyone's waiting for that moment. The one where Shedeur Sanders finally takes the field, and when it happens, when he steps under center and that crowd erupts in a perfect storm of excitement and relief, it'll feel like destiny fulfilled. You just know Ramsey will be somewhere on that sideline, helmet off, smirking like a man who saw the plot twist before the trailer even dropped. Because deep down, everyone realizes this was never just about one player. It's about a shift that's been building all season long. Not with impatience, not with ego, but with that laser-focused preparation that makes veterans rally, coaches rethink, and teammates believe. Because if Ramsey's message was loud, then Shedeur's silence has been even louder. Every quiet rep, every calm stare from the sidelines, it's all been building toward one single moment that's about to flip the entire league upside down. When that silence finally breaks with the sound of a perfect spiral cutting through the air, no one will need to say a word. Not Ramsey, not Hurts, not Garrett. That throw will speak louder than every headline, louder than every debate, louder than every highlight reel combined. Because here's the truth. The gesture was never about time passing. It was about time arriving. Ramsey wasn't checking his watch. He was starting the countdown to a brand new era. Shedeur's moment isn't coming. It's here. And when that ball leaves his hand and the crowd loses its mind, everyone will finally understand the gesture, the noise, the silence. It all meant one thing. Destiny was just waiting for its cue. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment. Because when that day hits and Shedeur Sanders takes over the league, you'll want to say you saw it all unfold right here. See you on the next one.